totally different here. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm using Wi-Fi from a parking lot, sitting under in the shade, under a big old oak tree. I'm using this clamp thing, which is kind of precariously perched on the steering wheel, clamped to a door handle. Well, let's just see. We're just gonna do something here then, maybe. Well, let's turn the camera around the other way and look through the window. This is my view. A new view review. I better not. They probably don't want to be on video, so I'm not gonna put them on video. It's not exactly a public space. You can tell me if this stream is clear or not. I'd have no idea. No idea at all. It probably isn't, because you popped in for like 20 seconds and then you were gone. In and out in 20 seconds. 120, 30 seconds in, and nothing. Well, I got a sketchbook here. We can see what happens. Maybe we'll try for the mirror. The mirror of... Alright. You know, I was never any good at drawing. If the stream is clear, please tell me. Come in the chat and say yes or no. I have no way of knowing because I'm using parking lot Wi-Fi. Parking lot Wi-Fi. So we're trying. I'm really terrible at drawing. It's not my. I failed it every time I was in art class. I can do other things, but not drawing. So we have 6 people are watching it, but no one is coming in to chat to tell me if the stream is clear. I just really want to know that information. Okay, so it looks great. So that does. Hey Kaz, is the stream clear? Because I'm using parking lot. It's clear. Great. This is great. I wish I could have taken the dog today because I'm looking too clear. Well, I'm trying to, like, okay, let's just do this like this. I'm gonna be looking let's see if we can do something. Oh yeah, this is like simpleton art. Okay. I'm drawing here. It's like I'm drawing it back ass backwards, and thank you for being here. We're at a dental appointment. Here we go. Doing something great, and we have a maybe it's like a scarecrow. Yeah, a scarecrow. Let's just see here. We have, you know what? This is a effort moment here. We're gonna put this in here, make some sad eyes, sad nose. You mean the heavy metal parking lot? I mean, there's heavy metal parking lot. I like that movie, that show. Yeah. What do we got here? We got some eyeballs. It's hot out right now. It's like 90 degrees. Let's see. The pupils a little bit XY. 4 people watching and only 2 likes. Oh well. Can't like them all, right? Got some weird ass ears here. You know, I can't draw. I've mentioned that many times, but we trying. Welcome, Kaz. Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of streaming lately, Guy. Welcome. Come on, welcome. Great. We'll try something else. Let's see. Maybe we'll come oh, yeah, here we go. He's got a big buck ass tooth here. How about that? There we go. It's the next generation South Park. The next generation South Park right here. All right, let's just try another page, okay? We'll try this one here. Welcome, Lucy. We are this is so much fun. This looks like shitty art. We're looking shitty parking lot art. Lurking for a bit, getting ready for the day. Yeah. Always smiling at you. The deformed troll. Smiling, deformed troll here. It's the parking lot troll. Let's see what else I can do. This is as best I could do, you know, when I was like in old high school, but this is pretty bad. This is really bad, actually. Let's see. Maybe this is like on a cone or something. We'll have some kind of a weird ass body. All right. Look, it's a cat. It's got a tail. Snaky tail. Some paws. It's like Lucky Cat. Lucky Cat. On an adventure. Lucas Adventure. This is Lucas Lucky Cat. Lucky Cat for Lucas. Drawing backwards. I wanted to bring the dog, but it was, you know, too hot. What is it, like 90 degrees here in Salem today? We got a blank page again. Let's just see what we can do here. You see I'm kind of all covered up here, so we'll just do some big old eyes. Everything's blurry here. I implore you to do better. I think you can do better. Everything's like blurry too. I'm looking double, my vision is blurry here. And got a big nose. Okay, big nose, big wide nose. It's like drawing blind. Yeah. Yeah, it's just bad. I know it's bad. I'm gonna make it like some shades. Got some funky glasses on. All right. Anyways, we tried. You know, that's the best you can do, right? You can give it a try. Give it the big old parking lot try. It's kind of sweating here. See, and this car ain't got no air conditioning in it either. I can get air conditioning in it for $5,000. That's what. Well, that was actually what I was quoted like 2 years ago when we had the car rebuilt. We got the car for free, but it cost, including the tires, it cost $12,000 to get it reliable. So it had a complete engine rebuild. That was like $7,000 to get the engine rebuilt. This is what a Nissan Murano, a 2006 Nissan Murano Sport. It's not a bad vehicle. I mean, it gets like 10 miles to the gallon, and the gas gauge doesn't work. So you have to, you know, but it's a car. Yeah, the tires I think were like $2,000 for the tires. The air conditioning don't work, so anyways. So when I'm traveling on a hot day, I just bring an ice pack and I stick it on my lap and keep the windows all the way down. But you know, that's all we got for you. Let's take a. I don't really want to show the other cars in the parking lot. I don't think that's quite fair, because this is a. It's not a. It is a public lot, but it's not public as far as like owned by the city. It's a private medical establishment place. So therefore, I don't necessarily think I have the right to film or live stream here. I probably do, but I don't know. I don't care. I'm just gonna play it safe, and this is what you got here. So anyway, that's what we got here. Lucas, thank you. Thank you. Anything exciting happened today? Anything exciting happen that's positive? I know there's a lot of negative stuff happening all the time, but is there anything positive going on in the world? Something worth celebrating? Birthdays? New arrivals? Promotions on the job? Going into business for yourself, taking a big risk and becoming your own boss? Something like that? From anyone? Becoming the author of your own time? Or maybe you're a content creator and you've reached your 4,000 watch hours. I haven't. I'm a ways away. I think I'm losing 10 hours every single day, because last summer, at the end of August, I was at 1,000 public watch hours. I'm at like 2,500 right now, and it was at 2,600, and then I'm back down to 2,500, and so I losing time every single day, because that's the way it works. It's on a 1-year period, and so you're moving on and you're moving on, and then and so last summer I accumulated a lot of watch hours, and so I'm dropping. I gain them and then I drop them off as fast as I gain them. Welcome, Elizabeth. Welcome. Oh, I'll just try a portrait, a magic portrait for Elizabeth here. We're gonna do another one of these here, these blind portraits here. I can't see because I'm just looking into the these are like the glasses or something. Maybe we have a meet. This is so funny. I can't tell you how funny this is. It's kind of, it's like, have you ever tried cutting your own hair before? This is what it's like. This is what cutting your own hair is like. This is a deformed nose. And then, oh, we want to make the eyes, so you're gonna see some, um, because it's hot right now. I think I like the X's for the eyes, all X'd out. Steel E Deets, welcome. Here we go. Oh, well, I am, what I'm trying to do is draw backwards. I'm trying to do like cartoony like faces. I am actually drawing blind. So we're gonna make the eyeballs here. So we're doing some blind drawing. I'm looking into the screen, and these are kind of like glasses here over the bridge of the nose. Okay, I'm on the right track. So let's go use my finger here and shade this. So it looks like a shading there. So you're looking through a glass, looking through his sunglasses or something like that. And there we go. This is what the heat is doing right now. Hot day in paradise. Let's see. Let me put some teeth in. Maybe a totally doing this blind. You're gonna make the baby some lunch. Needs a tooth or two here. Okay. Big tooth hanging out the mouth. We'll just kind of shade that up. Maybe it's like some snot hanging down. Bye-bye. Thanks for popping in for a minute. I think this is so funny. I can't tell you how funny I think this is because it is so awkward. It's actually harder than trying to cut your own hair. I've done that before. I did a lot of cutting my own hair before. And well, I'm just going to draw in the lips here, and it's got some teeth on the outside and some funky ass smile. I'm on to something, huh? Or you're trying, Elizabeth, you're trying to say I'm on something. I mean, that's what you really mean. It's like I'm on something right now. Actually, it's hot. I'm on something, all right. Maybe we'll have some, open black hole. No. Very 70s. Well, I'm not on anything intoxicating, if that's what you're saying. I am on, I'm in the parking lot. This is parking lot art. Live parking lot art. There. All right. Looks very 70s. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can try something here. There's a tree in front of me. Like I said before, I gotta roll the window down, but this guy's got his car on like full blast because of the AC. And okay, it's a little bit quieter now. Not too. It is terrible. It's like 7-year-old art, you know. 7-year-olds do better than that. But you know, I never made any claims to being a good at art or anything. Someday, Elizabeth, we're gonna have to do a another paint off or something. We're just gonna look at that tree that's in front of me, and I don't know how much longer I think my mother's getting some cavities filled up today. I don't know. And a tree that's over there. I've got some my pencil drawings of trees and stuff that haven't really progressed since I was like 18 or 19 years of age. So, yes, I remember you, Mr. Bean Oakley. I do remember, because I remember you very well. So this is a bad tree. Bad tree. See, we are kind of holding the pencil clear down. Yeah, it's something like that. I need to sharpen the pencil. Let's see, where my sharpener at? So this here is your standard sandpaper thing. I think I'll stick it right outside the car window. I don't really need to get charcoal all over me. So we're just going to sharpen the pencil up a bit. Back in the day, I used to get all this kinds of equipment for when I was taking drafting and AutoCAD and taking classes like that. Welcome, Lexi. I was thinking about you this morning, but while I was getting ready to go and get Mama ready to go and to her doctor or dental appointment. I might take some of this advanced shading and taking that that stuff here and kind of dotting it in. That was just the shavings for that. And I wonder if my mother's done yet. I have like this side, I got it like I should be watching for that. I think she's gonna be like an hour. And she has to get an X-ray after this. She ain't gonna be feeling like it. There we go. It's just a little bit more work on it. It looks something like what it is. I'm actually just trying to draw what I'm seeing. I suppose I could like move things around a bit. No. This little arm here is very precariously perched. Okay, the folks in the big, loud, noisy car will be leaving here in a second, and then kind of gets a little bit of the I got to remember to not touch my. What was that noise? That was somebody's wheels turning. And there we go. I'm not drawing in any of the foliage, anything like that. But it kind of looks something like that. The tree that's in front of me. Similar. All right, well, we'll see you later, Elizabeth. Well, that sounded like gunshots, but I'm thinking it was just somebody just getting 3 rapid succession of backfires. Some old backfires. There we go. It's better than my, like, trying to draw cartoon faces. I don't know if I'm going to be on later. I might. Yeah, that car's got a backfire going on. Glass pack muffler. I had a car with a glass pack muffler on it when I was a kid. It was a Baja Bug. It used to be my sister burned up the engine driving from Salem to Portland on I-5 and someplace in between Salem and Portland. She ran it out of oil. I think there was a crack in the engine block or something like that, and the engine burned up. And then some neighbor or some guy, it was one of my classmates in high school. His dad had an auto body shop, and they rebuilt it and bored out the engine and gave it an extra 10 extra horsepower. So it was a VW Bug with a 4-cylinder engine, and then they put a glass pack muffler on it, so it was pretty loud. And then a little bit of a lift kit, so it wasn't like the lift kit like you might see in vehicles like pickup trucks and stuff like that, but it was something. It was a bit higher up, and then I go take that stuff up into the mountains and drive. You could just kind of drive it up riverbeds and stuff like that, dry riverbeds and stuff, and it was a lot of fun to drive. I drove it until it had a bunch of catastrophic failures. Like some of the catastrophic failures that it had were like the transmission blew apart on it. But it was a manual transmission. And see, I drove that car for a year without a working starter. I drove it for when I was in high school. I drove it without brakes. It had the master cylinder was going out on it, and so I drove a car without brakes. I would go in, I would I'd pour brake fluid in, and I'd pump it up, and I'd get one brake on the way. I could use the brakes once on the way, and then one time in that I'd be doing rolling stops and using the transmission to slow it down and everything, and those are the days. You can't really do that with the cars they make these days, but you could with a Volkswagen Bug. Kind of working on it a little bit more, using a piece of paper towel for just softening the colors, and adding in the shadows where the shadows are the tree shadows. So that's kind of like that. The trunk is not very good. It's not in the least bit accurate at all. But you know what? Happy little trees. That's what Bob Ross always used to say, right? Happy trees. And it's got this fuzzy edges around it. So then you would come in with a, I think I got one of those gum erasers here. I do. You take one of these gum erasers and you go use it to clean up the graphite. Actually, this is a charcoal pencil, so using it to clean things up a bit. I will be doing a longer paint session again tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon. And I'm going to work on trying to finish up those acrylics. And then if I can decide what I'm going to do on that other underpainting that I did. So we'll just kind of hold this up here. And we're using this gum eraser to just sort of clean things up a bit. Try to bring in some sharper edges around the edge, but in the crotch of the tree, we're just going to pick up some of that charcoal. Give it these soft, fuzzy edges. I don't know. Doesn't matter, does it? It's just about the practice of it. Just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter. It's just the mantra you got to tell yourself. Sometimes it just doesn't matter. And that is a line that came out of the movie Meatballs with who was it? Bill Murray. Bill Murray starred in that. It was like 1980. 1978 to 82 is when the movie was released. It was filmed up in Canada. It had some great, it was just one of those that was like about summer camp. Meatballs. Story told from the perspective of the camp counselors. They couldn't produce movies like that today. As you watch those old movies and you just see how much time has changed in like 50 years. There we go. There's no leaves on it. I am looking at an actual tree in front of me. I am. I swear to you that I am. I didn't like make this up whole cloth out of my head. A little bit whole cloth, but not really. I'm just using a guide. And you got to just tell yourself that the mantra, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. And why? Because we're just having fun. And I'm flapping my gums, filling up space. And you guys are holding space with me. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. So I think that my mama's appointment is almost done. And I may need to move the car to go help her get in the car and all that. And oh, she's got that other appointment on the other side. And you're listening. Yeah. You know, I'm hoping that I will, in September, I will be able to begin trying to add this, trying to make this more into a talk show, call-in talk show, for more, better, raw entertainment. More, better, raw entertainment. And, oh, I gotta put the pencil away. So, it's 35 minutes in. I ain't got anything else for you. Though I did have a great reading session last night. I think I read 6 people in about 2 hours and, 30 minutes? I think I was on for 2 hours and 30 minutes. And if I don't get a migraine or anything from this heat, then I'll probably go for at least another, like a 2-hour session tonight, thinking about our ancestors. You know, I had this experience before, and I have something about hands. I like hands, but it's not like in any like, it's not like any erotic sense. It's nothing like that. But you know, I look at my hands, especially if I've been working in grease or something like that, and I see a lot of like dirt or grease on my hands, and then I see my dad. I can look down and I see my dad's hands. And the first time I really saw that, I was working in a machine shop as a temp, and that was that. It was just this ethereal experience. I don't know if that's probably not the right word. There was this experience in that moment of feeling the presence of your ancestors in your skin. My Swedish ancestors on my father's side, they were all blacksmiths, going back to the 10th century, blacksmiths. And when I see that sooty look, like from the like the charcoal pencil, because it gets all over your skin, it's kind of similar to that. But when I get that look on my hands, it makes me, I feel my ancestors in me from the work of your hands. And maybe you have experiences like that, where you experience your ancestors in you. All right, that's all I got for you. I'm gonna hang up right now and have a drink of water. I got a little bit of a headache, and so hopefully it doesn't turn into a migraine. I'm just gonna knock on car that I don't get a migraine. Anyway, thank you for allowing me to spam my thoughts into your head. Bye-bye, and we'll see you the next time.